Hey guys, I'm going to be going over some non-Valeria single target teams. I have about three, maybe even more variations and types and different teams that I kind of want to go over. And I think it might actually be a little bit helpful for you guys. Obviously, Valeriya is dominating single target arena right now. Whoops! To look at this test runs. As you can see, most of these teams are either Valeriya or Praetus. This guy's A5 Praetus. I don't know how the hell you ever get that, especially before these guys getting max. A5 Praetus. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to have a stroke there, but uh, it's either chaotic teams with Valeriya or it's Praetus teams. Praetus teams obviously very OP because Praetus is the best character in the game. But if you're not running Praetus, like a lot of these people are, you're running Valeriya. Valeriya is dominating this arena. I've seen her do 1,000,000 damage. I've seen her do more than that. She's very cheap. She's 7 cost. She's insane. So if you don't have Valeriya, what the hell do you do? So we're just going to go over some potential options there. I will actually start off with, as you just saw, the team I was using before. I think all of these guys are geared right, and I'm just going to go over what my team was before, and then I will go over the interesting kind of cool teams. Also, some of the teams that I will be going over, I will have taken inspiration from other content creators, so I will link them down below. Some of them are not very big, so please make sure to check them out. Go subscribe and show them some love. And yeah, but I'll go over that when I get to them. But just remember, you can check the description, and you'll see them down there. But anyways, Wrath is a great start because he is self-sustainable and is A5 pretty much. So I love having Wrath. Ideally, you would get Invig on your main platform DPS. 'Cause generally, platform DPS do a little bit more damage, but it's not so important. It's just whatever. We just kind of clear the waves. I will be using Silas as my main platform DPS overall. I will use Hex in certain other strategies. And there's a strategy which I will get to after this one, which I actually use Idril. That one's very exciting. Um, but anyways, we're just going to place this guy here and just hope for the best. I might Silas ult. Why not? I'll save Dolores ult because I just don't need it. The team I'm against is not that good of a team, so maybe I should have picked a harder opponent. But earlier in this rank, I was against like some insane teams. Like I was not able to win anything. So this is actually my second time recording because I didn't feel like I did it justice the first time because I lost a couple of the fights from like these crazy teams. But now the teams are like too easy, so but this is how I like to format my team, at least before I did some of these other strategies. This is just my original strategy. You know, Arrogance does a little bit of extra damage there. We get Silas as our main platform, but ideally you would do it a little bit differently. Because the main issue with this team is if you don't specifically time Silas perfectly, like I timed him way too early, you lose to the wave 6. Wave 6 is very threatening. It's the one with the AoE monsters, and it can be a little bit tough. So, whatever. Also, I will try to be fighting um, actual. What's it called? I will try to actually fight Valeriya teams after this one. I just forgot. To put it simply, I just forgot. Here we should be able to clear this wave as long as I wait a little bit. We will be Silas ulting and then probably Dolores just to get this down. This is the most threatening wave. Generally, if you win this wave, your opponents will lose. That's just how it goes. It's kind of like the fish waves in AoE, I mean, in Air Arena, and like some of the later rounds in AoE. Not important. But anyways, let's move on to the first strategy, which is what I would like to call the Idril strategy. So what you want for the strategy is Idril, obviously. Idril's very important. She's going to be very useful. And then you want Dolores. You want Silas, generally, if you have him, you can use something like Hex. Uh, it is arena, so you need the meta legendary options, but you could try anything else. You could probably just do it with only Idril. But then I like to have Arrogance and Wrath just because good platform units. So, here let me put on a decent set. I like having Ancient Wrath on Idril. I know it's not her best set ever, but it's what I like to run. Did I miss it? I don't know if I missed it because I'm blind or like, huh? Where is it? It's on Atrox, so that makes sense. Sorry, I was tinkering with an Atrox team, which I will get to later. I really like that team, even though it's not anything special. But uh, not important. Let's get into this fight. Um, so this strategy is credited to Kanina, which is one of my friends. They have a YouTube channel. Please check it out. Um, they hopefully will be growing a little bit more soon. So I am definitely hoping for that. So make sure to check them out, give them some love. Definitely go sub and watch some of their stuff. They do a lot of more highly edited content, which I think is very lacking in this content creator sphere. But anyways, we might not win because that Valeriya is kind of cracked, but we should still stand a chance. Here we just timer Idril ults to get this down in order to kill the first enemy, and then we will be putting down something like Wrath, like there, and hoping for the best. Jeez, what the? Yeah, we didn't win this one. I don't think this one is possible. But as you can see, we are still putting up a fight compared to the Valeriya that one shot whatever that was. um, but as you can see, kind of the core strategy is just doing this. I will try not to Dolores alt, but I might have to the way this is going. Nope, we won't need to, and hopefully we'll be able to survive. I will put Arrogance down as soon as I get him, and we should be getting Idril soon. That Valeriya is insanely cracked. I know it's not the best built Valeriya ever, but like Valeriya is so overpowered. It's crazy. I don't know why they let her be this strong. She's always been this strong. It's crazy stuff. But anyways, we're just going to be cycling our ultimates. Silas is pretty good on his own. I don't think I need Dolores ult, although it does help. Our opponents are doing very good. This Valeriya is cracked, but we're still putting up a good fight. Um, I want to Silas alt, but I don't know if I should because I know that we will lose to the next round if I Silas alt. But they're also kind of clearing these waves a little bit fast, so I have to Silas alt and hope that Idril can cover the next wave. Um, or maybe we can kill them now. I think if I ulted a bit earlier, I would have killed them already, but now we win. So, cracked Valeriya. Rest of the team sucked. Obviously, if you got to the wave after, you would have to mix it up a little bit. But we had Idril and Dolores up, so I think we could have made something happen. But that is the core of the strategy. Basically, just Idril does a ton of work for the first round, and then you're able to basically. Sorry, I should have probably scripted this a little bit, but basically, for this arena, you need to place things at the front or you lose. That's why Valeriya is so good because she's 7 cost and she's also incredibly powerful. So, the reason why Idril is so good for this is because by allowing you to aim everyone on their map, you're able to clear that first wave a lot easier because you don't need to place anything at the start for the first round, which is what a lot of the problems in a lot of teams are. Because you can't place Wrath at the start where Valeriya will be because he's too expensive. The reason why Idril's good, I keep rephrasing it, is she allows you to place Wrath there, basically, the next round. That's why she's good. That's why I like using this strategy. It's a great strategy. Please check out the content creator who gave me permission to use it in the video. Anyways, we're in Overlord now. Pretty cool. The next strategy will be one which I'm sure lots of people have seen from Ronaldo's plays or whatever. His name is, sorry, I kind of butchered it. He will be linked below. And the strategy is just Gluttony. That's the whole thing. It's just Gluttony. He's very tanky, uh, and he's really, really solid. My build is terrible. Please do not imitate this build. This thing is absolute garbage. I don't have much better. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good amount of sets for this guy. This would be a great piece. I'll put it on just for this. Why not? It's not great, but it's what I have. Random artifact just for the stats. Basically, Gluttony, what he will do is he'll just one shot things. Just straight up, he'll just one shot them. Round 6, he doesn't one shot them, but for every round before, he does. And we will be able to build a team around that. I will be doing 2 variations of this team. One is one that my friend actually adapted, and I'm going to show that off after this one. But this is the one that someone else was kind of using and talking about. So I'm going to be doing this. Basically, you do this core of the team, and then what was it? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember. And then I think it was Hex as well. I'm not sure. You can watch their video. I'm not sure if I'm doing it perfectly, but it's good enough. Also, I used 2 soul stones to get Gluttony A4. You need him A4. Need him A4. Like borderline required for A4. But this is the version from the video. I do actually remember now. Basically, you put Gluttony when he has his cost down at A4. You're able to put him there, which is very, very useful. And then he will one shot this mob, especially if your Valeriya is slow. You will win the first round, but generally you will lose the first round, but you'll be able to recover right after. Then you want to put your DPS down. I will be using Silas as my main DPS because he's bonded, but if your Silas is not bonded or you don't have him, just use Hex. Hex works very, very well. Hex is almost as good as Silas. I know not everyone will agree with that, but Hex, even with like no additional support, is pretty close. Gluttony will be doing some pretty decent damage, but his main highlight is his Chomp ability, which is his ultimate, where he just kind of one-shots. I will be using Silas alt, and we're going to work it out. Though, this team that we're facing obviously is not overpowered, but it is strong. They are using a Valeriya, so I am automatically at a disadvantage. Now that we have all of these guys down, we can kind of pop all our alts. I probably should have done Dolores a bit sooner, but I don't think it matters. Hex is going to do tons of work, and then we're going to be able to put Arrogance. Another good thing about Gluttony is every time he chomps and he eats someone, he gains health, so he's very self-sustainable, which is partially why I love using Wrath so much. So it's definitely pretty nice. He should be able to at least deal heavy damage. He's not able to chomp those guys, but he does do a ton of damage, which is the next best thing. And he also still heals, I'm pretty sure. So that's very nice. This definitely is probably the best strategy, technically, but it does sometimes fall apart, especially if you don't have these 2 very good damage dealing marksmen. And also, if you mess up your timing like I am here on this round, it can be very stressful. So just be mindful of that. We should be hopefully good. No, we're probably going to lose here, just because these enemies are so absolutely overpowered. We are still going to win, but we're not going to be able to beat the wave because Gluttony just didn't live because I don't have him built well, because most people, especially me, do not have good HP DPS gear. So instead, although I won, I will show off my friend's build, which I actually prefer. I think it's just a lot easier. All you do is you take this and you do this. That's it. We're just gonna go over this, see how much better it is, and talk about it, I guess. I do like using Arrogance, but I don't think he is needed. My BP is way too low. Don't ask why it's so low. It's bad, but it should be fine. Same thing, Gluttony. Make sure he's A4 so he can actually get placed down. Put him down. He will one-shot the mob, hopefully soon. This Valeriya will be putting in work, especially if they ult soon, which I'm not sure if they will. Some Valeriya's ult and they will instantly kill these mobs. Some of them wait. Gluttony should be able to chomp that guy and then eat him up. Then I will be putting Silas. Silas is going to be my main marksman once again. We're going to be trying to kill this thing without using alts, ideally, but I don't think it matters. I probably could ult, but I like saving it personally, just because, why not? Their Valeriya instantly killed that guy. We're just slowly dealing with this. I probably should have altered with how long this is taking, considering that their BP is higher than it was before, but it should be fine. Gluttony should chomp this guy. I don't think I even need to ult very soon, but I will hex ult purely because hex ult is longer, and I feel like it might be technically better to use it. Actually, no, this is going really bad. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. Hopefully Dolores will help. There we go. And then you just kind of put Hollow down, and Hollow will just help you rage regen. And it's just a nice time. You know how it goes. I might not Silas ult yet because Gluttony has a big trump coming. This is kind of just eyeballing it. Obviously, it will be different for everyone. Gluttony does over 1,000,000 damage, by the way. I've seen him do 3 mil on certain modifiers, and Void Rift is actually insane. Criminal levels of damage. Like, he should not be allowed to do this, but he is one of my favorite units now. Since using him in Void Rift and certain other areas, he's just a blast. I highly recommend leveling him, even just for Void Rift, just for single target arena. He's a blast. I will be using Hex here and Dolores. We need Dolores or we will not be able to do any damage. I'm really hoping that Hollow can give Silas an ult soon. But the reason why Hollow is so good is because, as you saw before, uh, oh shoot. I don't want to talk about it. Hollow's so good because Gluttony doesn't die, so I should have a Lunacy Visor on him. I should probably swap that, but we will lose. Oh well, not much we could do. If I had a Lunacy Visor on him, which I will swap on now, because I think I will make this my actual team, the hollow one. Uh, if you had Lunacy Visor, which is the one that gives extra block, you would win. I would have won, but I didn't because I suck. Here, let me swap it just to prove a point. Here we go with the Lunacy Visor, and boom. All is good in the world. We automatically would have won. Anyways, you get the idea. That's a good team. And then we get to kind of a scuffed team, which I kind of wanted to bring up purely to talk about how it is possible, not how it is the best thing to do. And what I am talking about is we're going to be using Atrox. Sounds weird for single target arena. Why the hell would you use Atrox? Um, I'll tell you why in just a second. I really like Atrox for this. I think he's great. I could use Arrogance instead of one of these two, but whatever. But as well, I should probably be running Ancient Wrath. I'm not sure where the Ancient Wrath set is. It's on Idril. Here, we're going to swap it on Atrox. You just want him with slight HP. I have him with Eye of Sin, which is my favorite artifact for him, and we're just going to launch it to it really fast. So the reason why I like having Atrox for this is, you know how you want to front load everything? And everyone front loads in this area with Valeriya. I like to front load like this. Atrox. So this is kind of my strategy. I haven't really seen anyone doing this. It's not a great strategy. It could be better, but I like doing it because it's fun. Aatrox basically just spawn camps and then you win. He also does a lot of damage, so I do think it is worth to do it this way. I will save for Wrath because the BP is going to make Aatrox die very fast. Shoot. Well, this is not good. um, that's not supposed to happen. I definitely mistimed everything. Um, I will be doing a scuffed, trying to save this. Generally, Aatrox would have enough HP, but I think I built him with not enough HP. Generally, he would have enough BP HP to live a little bit. Let me get the cost for Wrath, and then put him down. Or alternatively, you could sell Wrath and then get the cost, but it's not a big deal. Here we're just gonna ult these guys down. Just doing our thing. We're just having a nice time. Hopefully Hex will come back pretty soon. But now we can put down Atrox again just for some extra damage, since he does do more damage than you would think. Wrath is also doing his thing, just having a nice time. Unfortunately, we might lose. Um, I didn't say the strategy was good. I just said it was fun. We are gonna lose because I did it wrong. Let me find a different enemy where it would be a little bit easier. Generally, I would want to keep it around my battle power, but whatever. Not important. Sorry, this is like the most scuffed video ever seen. Um, this guy's using Boreas. Let's beat up a Boreas main with my terrible strategy. I would recommend the first two strategies, the ones that other people made, but I just wanted to try Aatrox out because I think he is a cool character. I really like him. He needs to get more love. I know lots of people like Aatrox, but he needs more love, you know? I don't see people talking about him. Also, this guy has like no BP, so we're gonna be able to easily kill everything. Um, which is nice. I will put Dolores down next, maybe. No, I need to save cost for my auto, because my auto fight will be nice to see. This guy has a terrible, terrible team. He's about to lose. But I need to get a win for my so-called strategy, which is terrible. So we will be taking the easy dubs. Uh, you gotta take what you can get when you're filming videos. Um, I don't need a good enemy. I'll just I'll just fight whoever I see. Anyways, I think you kind of get the idea. This one is literally just put Aatrox at the front and YOLO it afterwards. That's it. You just kind of cycle him in and out, and then you build everything around the entrance, like the actual entrance, not a little bit outside, and you're good. Though I will say I recommend the Idril strategy, Gluttony strategy, and my original one if you don't have those characters leveled. But my favorite obviously is the Idril, but whatever. Just know that there are a lot of things you could do. Just it can be a little bit tough if you do not have meta options. Like if you don't have Silas, it's going to be a lot harder, but it is still going to be doable. Once again, you could just run Idril and Hex. You could run just Idril and a bunch of ground units. You could just do a bunch of ground units. I mean, some really good options. I guess I'll just do some while I'm here. Nightmare teams are meta, so are chaotic kinda. Salazar is great. Arrogance. Abomination can be used. Valeriya obviously is the best, but that's the opposite of this video's point. Claw is actually underrated. I would highly recommend. Deimos can put in work. Gluttony, Wrath, all doing a lot. Aatrox I just showed off. Obviously Ardea. Lugaru is actually insane now since he got buffed. Torador is great for a Nightmare team. Marksman, Silas, Hatset, Hex, Sargak is probably okay. Maybe Cetrum, but Cetrum is too expensive to really capitalize. Idril, I mentioned. Elowen is actually really good. As you saw with the Hollow, Hollow is great. I would recommend the Gluttony strategy with Hollow. That one is really, really good. I just messed up because I didn't have Lunacy either. But anyways, Elowen, Hollow, good. Dolores, good. Nocturne is good here. Comet is not recommended. Twin Fiend, I guess you could get use. Praetus is technically the best unit for single target over Valeriya, potentially, but that's not important. And then that's about it. Hopefully this helps a little bit. I know Valeriya can be so annoying, and I did just use some legendary options, but you have to keep in mind that Arena is hard. It's against everyone. You know, you're not gonna get the like Apex, like you're not gonna get the Apex Overlord with only epics. That is not possible. If you gave me the best gear in the game, I don't think I could do it. It's that hard. You need legendary options if you want it to succeed, but you can still sub out some of these things that I used. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed and this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure there's other strategies you could use, but I didn't really think of them, and not important. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I keep saying, I really do mean that, as you could tell. But that's about it for me. Bye bye, guys.